need to note that while this conversation may be hard for a lot of people to listen to, I beg that you listen objectively and know that this is the opinion of my guest. I believe that everybody have a right of choice. I believe that it is okay to be a lesbian, it is okay to be bisexual, it is okay to be queer. What I do not believe is to enforce your choice on other people, and more so to enforce it on children or tell children to make a choice. What is not okay is to teach children sexual education that are not age appropriate for them. Introducing or enforcing children to be all of this is where I draw the line, and that's why we have this particular guest on the show. Hi, good day. Welcome to another episode of the podcast. As you can see today, we have a very beautiful Mrs. in the house with us today. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Okay, my name is Emmanuella Emmanuel. Or should I say Mrs. Emmanuella Emmanuel?
Well, I don't get Mrs. But if you are a fan of the audio podcast, you would have heard her voice at least twice.
Sort of, yes.
Yes, on the audio podcast. But this is the first time we are doing this video podcast, and I hope you stay with us to the end of the show. Stay tuned. We are back. The topic for today is one that has caught several people's attention. Several people are talking about it. In the same way, some people are like indifferent, and without wasting much of your time, we're talking about the issue of introducing gender choices to children. Yes. I know some people have even told me personally asked me personally what my personal opinion is, and I kept saying, don't worry. One day you hear me speak about it. Yeah. So I wanted to ask you, what's your general thoughts about that? Do you think that it is okay for us to tell children to make choices for themselves?
Like, we just call them children, which means they don't even know anything except you teach them. So we allowing them to choose is actually wrong. Okay. Do you get, before you become an adult, you must have gone through some processes. You don't just, if you notice some children that were like, let's say, thrown outside the street and they grew up themselves, 99% don't, grow up to be good.
Right.
Very few.
There's hardly any influence on them. A good influence on them.
Yes, but when you see the right people to guide you as a child through the process and become an adult, definitely you'll be a good person, except you have evil spirits inside of you. So telling a child to choose is actually wrong, especially in that kind of, context. They don't know anything. Just like what is going on right now. Some people are disturbed, like mentally. They feel like, I don't want to go into gender or whatever. Okay, let's just go into it. That's what I'm talking about right now. So okay, some guys believe them because they saw maybe the dad beating the mom.
They think it is the norm.
Do you get? Because they didn't say anyone to tell them that this is wrong. They grew up to be their wife or their girlfriend. So what children see around them tend to
emulate.
They tend to emulate it. So they don't have the right to choose. Please, if the only thing I feel a child should choose is what they want to become in life, like maybe career. Even still, you still need to guide them. When a child say maybe I want to become a doctor, and you see that child, he or she is good with, that is drawing and youth,
this may not be your calling.
Yes, you might just like doctor. Probably you see it on TV, but that's not your calling, and that's what white people are good with. Like, they study their child and help that child grow. Do you understand? Even though they are the one that's trying to confuse everybody right now, it is seriously enough for me. So no child has the right to choose gender.
I think I like that answer, and I key into that as well. But the other thing is, so many of, would I say, Nigerians who travel out there is become a big problem for them, because they've introduced all of this gender fluidity into the curriculum of the child. And again, it bothers me because I feel like you said, no child is old enough to actually make a decision as huge as that. So what would you say we can do, us Nigerians? Because I know that white people, they sort of have a more liberal culture, as opposed to ours. They can do whatever they want to do, and their children are allowed to be what they want to be. But as much as we say we hate culture, there are certain aspects of culture that cannot be taken away. So what would you say those who are out there can do to save their children from this?
Okay, well, I'm going to speak like a Nigerian woman,
Okay.
and also a Christian.
Okay.
I feel the only thing you can do is, though they've already given birth to these children, but the ones that are yet to born, I am even scared for them. Because see, this generation, it's like this drug pregnant women take whenever they are pregnant. I don't know what they do. Because that's when you see a child of 1 year already calling you auntie, mom, like they're
talking, yes.
So like when children, like when you give, of course, even when they're in your tummy, they are very active.
Right.
Okay, you talk to them. That's what I do. I don't know, like I said, I'm going to talk like Christian mother. I'm going to pray for them. I'm going to read the word. I'm going to tell them this is how I want you to be when you come. I don't want you. I'm serious. I actually do that a lot. We actually think you might think, okay, oh, she's sounding not churchy. Yes. You can't, this whole thing, this word itself is spiritual. You can't base everything on physical thing. You have whatever you want your child, your children to be, you have to pray about it. You don't get it. Okay, we all want to live Nigeria, yeah, but then where we are going to, there you can do anything you want. And if you do not allow them, they'll start hating you. Do you get? And the society is going to support them because they'll feel like you're too rigid as a parent. If you're not careful, they'll take your child away from you.
Right.
I know you wouldn't want that.
Right.
That's why I said, as a Nigerian woman, for God's sake, yeah, we love the Western culture and all. But come on, let's not forget that we are Nigerians, and also a Christian. If you're a Christian, if you're a Muslim, pray for your children. That's all I would say, because this is not ordinary. This is not. It's not anything that is not. I believe anything that is not good is not from God. Yes, anything bad is from the devil. That's just it. So you have to pray against every negativity. But if eventually, if you met your children here, they are, let's say, teenagers, or they are still in their very young age, there's nothing God cannot do, because the word itself is a scary place. That's all I can do. Because you want to beat your child for what?
Yeah. So I was coming to that.
You can't start beating them now. Even the one you beat them is that they will turn to Jesus. But let me beat him. You beat me, and that's it. So like, I just feel the only thing you can do is pray and advise them, just like sex education.
Right.
You need to sit these kids down, let them know what's up. Because if you think your child is innocent, they only tend to be innocent when they're at home. But when they get out there, that's their real self. Especially when the parents is this kind of, they are kind of rigid. You see the child always quiet. But man, don't believe that's not true. Do you get? So we need to learn to talk to our children, know our children's heart, and at the same time pray for them.
Okay. All right. So on the audio podcast, I had an episode where I had two guests on the show with me. We talked about sex education, and I remember vividly saying that we need to have better curriculums where we can start introducing sex education to children. Yeah. But this should always be age appropriate sex education. So maybe when your child is 3, you're telling them, oh, this is your private part. Nobody should touch you there. Your teacher or your uncles or anybody in the house. So that's what we call age appropriate. As they get older, you try to introduce them to much larger things. Oh, this is what this means. Somebody tells you this is what a condom means. But this cannot come up until they're like well into their teenage years. Yes. So you don't introduce children to things that are not age appropriate. So my next question is this. As heterosexuals, we believe that it is okay for a man and a woman to be together. You don't see heterosexuals going around and telling children that it is okay for them to kiss each other as children. You don't see a man and a woman telling their kids that it is okay for them to go to school and kiss a girl.
Is it like opposite?
Yes, opposite. Okay. So I don't think I've ever seen parents tell their male child to go to school and kiss a female child. I haven't seen a parent tell their female daughter to go to school and if a boy tries to touch her, she gives in to the boy. I've never seen that. But what we are seeing in this era is that beyond the fathers, we know that what pop culture represents is they try to push different sets of ideologies through music, movies, fashion, all of these things that are like, so at some point it begins to look like it is normal. But this has never happened. So how is it now that we are seeing clips
of schools in the US and in the UK where they are bringing in transgenders to dance on the pole for children.
Okay,
How
so
is it that we are saying, okay, fine, nobody is hating. I don't think I have a problem with gay. Personally, that's your cup of tea. But I'll come to that after this question. But like, I don't see where we have ever said it is okay for you to teach children these things at that grassroots level. So why do you think they allow it now? Because they are trying to push this agenda to everybody.
okay. I'm sorry. I'm not even sorry. I'll still go back to the Bible. This is end time.
Okay.
I think the book of Revelation actually talk more. So that whenever I see the clip and everything, I am not shocked and I'm not surprised. All I care about is I pray for myself, my family, and my well wishers. There's this movie I saw. I think it's on my sister.
What's title?
Sea Beast. I love the movie.
I haven't seen
But
it.
what they portray in that movie, it's cartoon.
Oh wait,
It's kids.
Sea Beast, the one where they went into the belly of the.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
If you notice, every American movie I watch, every Nigerian, if they want to say God, they use small letter God, yeah? In that one, they use big letter God, making it look like the witch there serve God, and he has the power to kill the beast. So they make the beast look like the good person. Why God?
Uh-huh.
There's this thing, I don't know, he said that's the hand of God, big letter God. So that thing is the bad guy, why the beast is the good guy. So like there is a lot of things working against normality. They are making abnormality look normal. So I'm not shocked. If not, we are encouraging. Okay, there was another one during Christmas. Was it last year?
Okay.
Yes, because whenever all this whatever they post things, I like to see those white comment. Those guys savage. So like they know what they are doing. Just the black. Okay, they wrote I love instead of I love Santa. Like every child come with a letter, like NSAA. Then there was I love Satan
Are you serious?
instead of Santa, and the producer came and said it was a mistake. I don't understand. So how did you produce extra N with an extra child? So these people are trying everything to inculcate whatever it is that is being ministering to them negatively. Because why? Those small children are going to be the future of tomorrow, the leader of tomorrow. So they are doing everything possible to make them have that kind of mindset that it will not even look like you won't feel guilty. I mean, you've been taught this kind of thing since you're as a child. You're watching it in TV, it's all right. So somebody will just come from one afternoon and tell you that it's wrong. He will argue with you anyway, any day. So that's why they are doing all these things, so that when this our generation, we don't grow, we don't old, we don't pay, they continue. Do you get? So that's why I said I'm scared for the next generation, because I say these people are not going to stop. I'm not going to say white, because don't get it twisted. Most of them are even black people in it. So this is not about whether white or this thing. This is just some individual who think it is all right to make abnormality normal. So it's really somehow.
Okay, so I have had, I don't know whether to call it the pleasure, but I have met people who are bisexual, people who are gay, and and personally, I get asked sometimes. I know that we get to have these conversations where we are like, there are situations where now so they take born this person. Wait, hold on. Now so they take born this person. The person did not learn this somewhere. There was a movie I saw recently. Is it recent? I don't know, but I can't remember the title. Where this man was being tortured to give up money. I think he was owing money, but he was being tortured in an illegal way to give up the money he owed or something. And they brought a seductress. It wasn't working. They did all of those things. It wasn't working. Up until the lady started talking about him being a pedophile. He likes children. So she starts to give the scenario. Oh, one day you were walking through the park, you saw a small boy, blah 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 blah, and then this man starts to get aroused. And then he starts to fight it and cry and beg her to stop. Now, what I got from that was that he knew that was wrong. He knew inherently that this thing goes against every principle that I know. So what he tried to do was, instead of ever doing it, he stayed away from doing it and cage that part of him. So now I'm like, okay, maybe they are actual people that are like that, because at the end of the day, you say, well, isn't God who created this person?
Can I say something?
So, what's your general thoughts of? Because I know that I've spoken to her, and I know she doesn't think that anybody can just say they are gay, or anybody can just say they are bisexual. Me, I think that maybe there are some people who can be that. So, what are your general
Okay,
thoughts?
I think
on
we
that?
have two types.
Okay.
Some that made themselves that way.
Okay. How would
Like,
you differentiate?
No, I know. Chill. How am I supposed to say? Okay, like chill. Is it an example or is just doing it? I don't know if he's doing it to make money.
Maybe he's just a cross dresser. I think. I don't know.
I was supposed to just leaking. It's definitely gay. I don't know.
Honestly, I don't know that.
But look, okay, let's just as in those cross dressers
Yes.
that. Okay, what am I even saying? I can't remember the year.
Okay.
If I remember my husband, this guy. See, seriously, this guy is fine, tall, and very fair. In his DM, I see like Chief Alahaji begging him to come down to Lagos.
It's a guy.
Yes.
Okay.
So that they can have things together like that. And he's not a gay. But you know what he said? He's a teacher. They pay him, I think, 40K.
Okay, per month.
Yeah. Per week, this guy will be receiving 500K if he can do it.
Yeah.
So those are the kind of people that made themselves. That if he choose to do it, and I know there are people like that.
That do it just for survival.
Do you get?
I think I get your point.
Now the other part, which because I said something earlier. To God is good, to devil is bad. There's nobody God created gay.
How are you sure about
that?
that?
Let me finish now.
You can't be sure about that. To be honest.
Do you want me to talk?
Okay, go on. Go on.
There's nobody God created gay. It's just a pure misunderstanding. It's a spirit. Chill. It's a spirit, whether we like it or not.
Okay.
I'm a lady, and I'll say this. Sometimes when I sit, and that's where we mistake some kind of thought that come to our head. We misinterpret. Just like when they teach you English, and now is the name of, but because you're not too clear for your head, you give a verb. It's the fact. Okay. This thing is a spirit that whispers to you, and that's why they say that an idle mind is devil's workshop. If you do not fill your child's mind with the word of God as from infant, with proper word, with proper prayer, hello, devil go feel out for you. You can't say a child of 1 year now trying to start, no, 2, 3, 4, 5 till they start, and they say they start wearing high heel.
I mean, okay, I get it. They're like, and I do mind is the devil's workshop.
Yes.
Like, and now because it's not everywhere.
Yes. So it's
music. But I'm like, what of the time?
I'm not even trying to say music or anything. Like, I'm trying to tell you that this thing is a spirit. See, you don't. That's what I'm telling you. There are some people that will say is the child start wearing the mom's a 5-year-old or 4 start wearing the mom's clothes.
This reminding me
liking lipstick.
Empire.
Yeah, putting lipstick. This one you don't even understand TV. That's why I'm telling you that it's a spirit. I'm not trying to say whether it's social.
In his situation in that movie now, not his real life, because I know even in real life he is that way. But in the movie, there was no gay close to him.
You said all these things, it's spirit. Just like we have spirit of disobedience, spirit of this, spirit of that, we also have spirit of gay and lesbians. Don't let it enter your child. Fill your child's heart with things positive, the word of God, and pray. Please don't say these things are normal. Please, they are no. There's nothing normal being gay or being a lesbian. Pico, please, it's not. Please, I beg you, it's not. It was not like that in the 80s.
Yeah.
I mean, did you hear anything?
I think there was gay. There was gay.
Don't tell me there's one movie that you watch that they used to portray.
No. I'm serious. We have older people that are gay.
When I mean,
it's just that it wasn't in the pop culture. Like, it wasn't as accepted as it is now.
Even if it's still wrong, it's not okay. Please.
Okay, so like the example I gave earlier, would you advise? Like you said, it's a spirit, right?
Yeah.
So if you find out as an adult that you are a man and you like men, do you advise that they suppress it? Like the example I gave the other time.
Okay, like I was saying, like, no, as a lady, I admire ladies that look good and all. There's nothing wrong admiring people, but that's where people miss it. They feel they from there they start developing feelings and they call it love. It is not love. It's not possible. There's nobody in their
So you're
right
saying
mind.
it is impossible.
It's not possible. We just fight. We just make the we appreciating our same gender. We make it look like it's feeling, because normal, if you're fine, a guy will tell you that, babe, you look nice. So for me to now, as a lady, I now say lady, and as in my heart I say, oh, this lady look nice, she looks sexy. And now because as a man, if a man tells me I look fine, definitely, of course, maybe gradually
It's supposed to be for
develops.
sexual.
Yeah, so I feel it's the same thing for me. No, it's not the same. Please, it's not. There's you ladies, to ladies, you are meant to appreciate, admire. There's nothing wrong, but don't let anything in your head tell you that it's feelings or love. And when it's coming, rebuke it in Jesus' name. And see.
Alright. My other question is this. So there's this story I saw on Instagram about a doctor, an actual medical doctor who is supposed to be very learned, and she blinds herself. Yes, she blinds herself that she feels her purpose in life. God wanted to create her blind. So which I think is still in this set of allowing children to be free thinkers, or allowing people to just do whatever they think because they feel like.
I'm not surprised. I do watch this what's it called? Is it botched on E? Where somebody will call and say, please doctor, what's that? I'm gotten I should make him look like a lizard.
Yeah.
I want.
Did you see Doja Cat?
Yes, that one. Is it the one I want to? There's one I want to that basically wants to look like Kim Kardashian.
See, I just read it Doja Cat. I know it's Doja. I just added it.
So those things are not. I'm still saying it, but those things are not okay now. No, there's no person in their right senses. Do you understand? See, all these things, just like people are actually acting like a child. I just feel you're just being silly because a baby is not meant to know anything, yeah.
Like your brain.
A baby can poo here. If you don't clean the pool, that baby will crawl there and play with the pool. He might not, of course, put it in his mouth. That's one thing that God has. I don't know how he did it. You understand? That's how some people are. They feel like anything. Just feel like okay. Do you know some people? There's another program they brought up. Somebody will just and say, I feel like killing somebody. So now yes. I can't remember the program. I can't remember this thing that you just sit down.
They feel like killing somebody, and they say that on record, and like
no, like they are victim that they try to kill. I don't know how they used to say the story. When they now arrest them, they will not say they don't know. They just have that feeling, that odd. So it's just the same thing. So because they feel those other ones that are not killing things, because they feel they are not hurting anybody, so it's okay. They'll be like, so long you are not hurting. Who told you are not hurting anybody? Look at Kardashian family. I don't know if I'm supposed to say this. I know what Chris went through when the guy wanted to change to a lady. Thanks, if not for our children, he will never talk to that man again. You think you're not hurting anybody. You think you're not hurting people around you. People that already know who you are. But because of society, just as say, okay, fine, we love you. We just love you. They don't have option because before you know now, you go and climb upstairs and fall. Wait till you depression because they don't accept you. You're just being foolish. You need to be wise. Spiritually.
Would we actually call it foolishness? Because somebody told me something the other day. I made a video where I said that I said something about stupid people are causing more harm. I can't remember how I placed that. And somebody told me, not just one person, people told me that stupid people are not aware that they are stupid.
Actually.
It is you that is sensible, that understands that what this person is saying is being stupid. So, in a way, do you think that they know that maybe, like, just like a mad person doesn't know they are mad?
Yeah.
So, if they don't get accepted because they are mad, and they decide to kill themselves, you can't really see, like, do you get what I mean? Well, it's still going to look like
I don't really.
They were on their rights, and because they were not being accepted for it, they have to come.
I just still feel does this whole thing start from Genesis, like because I'm sure. See, let's be truthful. Even those parents that are accepting that their children, all the same, deep inside, will lie, they're not happy.
That reminds me. There was a video I saw as well where this woman went to her neighbor's house. I'm not joking. And she knocks at the man's door and, hi, hello. She introduces herself like a normal person, and then she goes, so I see you have a child. You wear your daughter pink all the time, Why do you do that? And the man is like, you mean you came to my house to ask me why I wear my child pink? Okay, why? What's that? And she goes on to explain, and because you're trying to condition the child into believing that the child is a girl. And it's like, but the child is a girl. And she's like, no.
Is the child a girl?
Yes. That, oh, what's the thing? What do you want me to do? You say, I want you to wear them several colors. Like brown is fine, black is fine, purple is fine. So you said, oh, but I have a rainbow clothes. Would that all make you better? She said, yes. And the man just went on, and he's like, but he kept repeating this to make it seem like, but can you see how stupid you sound? So I think the issue is not that we have a problem with anybody choosing their sexuality. You want to go blind? Yeah, good and fine. Do it for yourself.
But
right? Don't bring it onto people. Don't enforce it on people. You don't see heterosexuals going around to say kids should be doing whatever with kids, or it's not anybody's right. You don't have a right to come and tell me what I would wear on my child.
I mean, even everything I've been saying, I am saying them based on my opinion that
Yes.
it is wrong. However, like she said, you don't. Okay, like the one that they want to is it introduced to school curriculum?
Yes, it's already been introduced.
Yeah,
actually,
like it's okay for a child to be gay, lesbian, like.
You
So
can
that
teach
one
a
you are
child.
forcing.
You can tell a
You're
child
actually
sexual.
forcing.
Yes, you can teach a child sexual education.
Yes.
And then when they grow up, they can decide, oh, whatever they want to do. But the idea that you have to enforce it on people,
No.
And then when you say anything about it, it's going to come out like you are. What's that word though? Hey.
Yeah, just they'll feel like you're not a Gen Z.
No, there's a particular word for it. It is
discrimination.
Yes, discrimination, but there's a word for it. Oh my god. I can't remember right now, but honestly, it's going to look like we are just hating them. We are phobic. Thank you.
Yeah.
LGBT phobic.
Yeah.
Or queer phobic.
I mean, that's what.
Or whatever phobic. That is not what it is. Like I said, I have people that have chosen that this is what they want to do. Now, where I find the problem is you trying to enforce it on everybody else. You can't. It is never okay to teach a child that choose a gender. Choose what you are other than what you are best to. You can tell them, fine, it's okay to accept everybody who they are, but not trying to tell them or teach them to choose or be this or be that. That doesn't make sense. Ridiculous. Or sending queer and drag queens to nursery schools to dance on pools.
This liberty thing has been misused. Do you understand the fact that because of freedom to do whatever you want it has been misused? If not so, a child, I don't know how to call it, like a child is acting in an, like, let me say, naughty way.
Yeah.
And they will tell me it's a sickness. I don't know if you've heard that before.
No.
Yes.
I don't understand.
Let me say, like, maybe they will say, is it allergic to something? Or they will say they are suffering from something.
This thing where they say that well, it is, there's a disease like that. Something, hey God, why do I forget these things? Is it when somebody cannot clean or organize their house?
Can imagine.
But the issue is some people are not clinically tested. Yeah. They just look around and say, oh, I can't clean my house. And so
we now make bad with we now tell bad behavior as beg. We now tell bad behavior as sickness. Are you guys playing? Everybody will be alright at the end of the day. Yeah, it's still our opinion though, but please don't force your negativity. Don't force your own ideology on people. As much as I am saying all these things are wrong, there's no way I'm going to say you must not be a gay. That's your business.
Exactly. So that's what I wanted to ask you. Do you hate LGBT community?
Why would I hate when the Bible says thou shalt not hate?
Right. So again and again I tell people I don't hate you for who you are.
But I don't want you around me or my kids, please. I don't hate you.
If you come around people's kids, don't force it on people's kids. That is just
they are hardly normal.
Do you understand what I mean? Don't force it on people's kids. It is okay for society to accept you, which, to be frank, we already are accepting you. But where we draw the line is where you teach children that it is okay to do all of these things that ordinarily it is never okay to do. Before now, if mama see pikin for outside with boy, it's a problem. But now you have a boy
my
and
son-in-law.
2 children are in the room on on the bed, you say it's
It's
okay.
okay.
Close the door. No, that is
No.
not good. It is
No.
not. So that is where we draw the line. Do you have any final words? Anything? Advice for parents, people out there?
Okay, I think while trying to give my opinion, I
Mhm.
already advise parents.
Yeah.
Please, like I said, pray for your children. If they are still inside your tummy, pray for them. It really helps. Read the Bible to them. Actually, they listen because they kick. When you talk to them,
Mhm.
they reply by kicking, so you will know. So don't say when they grow up. And if you're giving birth to them and they're already acting all weird, still pray for them. There's nothing
You
prayer
can
cannot
do.
do. Please. And please be careful the kind of
Please
people.
don't beat them.
Beat Kwa, you're wasting your
Because
time. Don't even
yes,
do
I
it.
wanted to say that don't beat them because some of these things, like you said, is a spirit. And if this person was born that way, it wasn't an influence.
I mean, they can't even
Do you
explain
understand?
how
They
they
can't explain
became
how.
out. So
Do you
what are
understand?
you
You can't
beating?
beat it out of a child or therapy the child out of
Well,
it. Do you understand?
definitely.
So again, now God they creates
Yes,
people.
so
All you
just
can do is pray for
pray.
what you think is the normal. And if at the end of the day, just pray that
Yeah.
what their choice doesn't affect the next person.
So
And
keep praying. That's what I'll say. Keep praying.
yes, you've heard from Mommy Jill.
I'm not Mommy Jill.
So you guys, please subscribe to my YouTube. I don't know how many times I always say this thing.
Yeah,
Now
I'll
shout
subscribe.
it.
Actually, I'm not a good but I'll subscribe. I'm giving my life to Christ again, so I'll subscribe.
Thank you guys for tuning in and see you next week. Bye bye.
Bye.